Hey guys, what's going on? My name is Dark Cinema, and RWBY Volume 3 is finally here, guys. Sorry about that. I'm just kind of recovering from a really bad cough, but I'm going to record this live, and I'm powering through it because I just saw Episode 1, which is appropriately titled Round 1, posted on Rooster Teeth's page. Obviously, I had to wait a day because I'm not a sponsor. Unfortunately, I'm not in that position right now where I can sponsor them. If I would, I definitely would. But anyway, let's talk about the episode. Fantastic intro to volume 3. I think the one thing that Rooster Teeth knows when getting into RWBY, if these 3 seasons were anything to go by, is you want to grab their attention right from the get-go. This was the slowest to get to the action, I think, but I liked what they did with it. So, we will be talking about what happened in the episode, guys. So, spoilers if you haven't seen the episode. Make sure to go to roosterteeth.com. I will actually put a link to the episode in the description below that you guys can go and take a look. So, let's talk about the start of the episode. We have RWBY talking to her mother's grave, Summer Rose. And this just makes me right now wish, I really hope, that we do get to see a flashback of Summer Rose. But just because of the line, like mother, like daughter, like I really want to know what Summer was like when she was a huntress. And we did get to see a good look at Tai Yang. Well, Tai Yang was way off in the distance, and he wasn't like a model like RWBY or any of the other characters that we see. It was very much like how we saw Mercury and Emerald in the finale of Volume 1. Very much just artwork and not, still image artwork and not a moving character model. But I like how he looked. I mean, it's pretty nice. Hopefully we get to hear him talk later. I would like to see that. And then, like, literally, they just catapult you right into the Vital Tournament, where we get to see Team RWBY fight Team Auburn from Haven. And we did get to see a bit of the fight, actually, through a teaser that was released by Rooster Teeth. It was about a minute and a half that we did get to see just how the animation is going. And there were rumors that some of this was done by Monty before he died, but like it was pretty clear from the get-go, like the momentum from the fighting has not slowed. It's still as energetic as ever. I mean, we'll probably be as crazy as over the top as Volume 1 and Volume 2. We don't know. We're just going to have to wait and see. But if this episode was anything to go by, it was actually really, really good. But I know that I think the one thing that everyone is talking about for this episode, and I'm going to say coming up, is after the fight, we do get to see them at the fairgrounds, as Team RWBY at the fairgrounds, as they're trying to find something to eat. And then one of the great things I'll give is they finally give Blake some funny scenes. I think just the way she was staring, like they were at what looked like a ramen stand, who's coincidentally run by the same old man who runs the dust shop. I feel like that guy's gonna be like the Avatar: The Last Airbender, the cabbage guy was. I feel that's going to be the old man for the duration of this show. But we get to see that she, as they're going to eat, we see like Weiss gets a phone call from her dad, which, you know, she's ignoring that. As they're sitting down, Blake is like the eyes wide when she sees this bowl of fish. And it's great that they actually managed to, you know, put in a little bit of humor with Blake's character. I'm sorry, I'm just so excited about this. I'm messing up names. It was great that they managed to do that. And what the interesting thing is, during this course, when they're right about to eat, Weiss gives the man her credit card or whatever, and it gets denied, which is really, really interesting because it's just, I think that may have something to do with the fact that she isn't talking to her family. I have no idea why. Maybe there's just some disagreements with her father, basically doesn't agree with her attending Beacon. But we'll find out about that when we see Winter come into the picture. As we see, Winter looks like she knows how to fight. She's got a sword, she's got weapons, so that'll be amazing, and I can't wait for that. So, and then we see obviously the arrival of Team Juniper, where Pyrrha offers to pay for the food. And here we get probably the one thing I think everyone sooner or later was going to heavily focus on, and that was Ren speaking. And that was by Neith Monty Oom's brother. And props to Neith for stepping up and voicing this character. And like seriously, anyone who could do that, like those are big shoes to fill. Granted, Ren didn't really speak a lot, but I think it's just it felt weird. It's always weird, and not in the I do like Neith's voice with Ren. I think if anything, he needs to emote a little bit more, but not as much. I felt it was good for a first episode. I think though they'll work on that as it goes on, and we see him in other situations. Nora is just as funny and as crazy as ever, starting up all preppy, talking about how her team is amazing and they're gonna win. It's like, come on, guys! It's the only bad thing that can happen is if we lose. And she starts going on and on about how worse it can get. It's actually pretty fun to see, this kind of lighthearted feel, but it worries me a bit. And this worries me from a story perspective because they're starting out very, very happy, which means things are only going to get worse as far as how what's going to happen. And speaking of that, we did get to see Cinder, Emerald, and Mercury. We did get to see Mercury and Emerald meet Team RWBY, and they were talking about who was going to move on to the doubles for the Vital tournament, which RWBY said that Weiss and Yang would be moving on to the doubles, where Emerald and Mercury were going. And through a flashback, we got to see who was on the team and who was filling out the mysterious 4th position. And guys, Neo's back. Yep, Neo is in a disguise. I had no idea who it was originally until she blinked and the eyes changed color, and I almost fell off my chair. Yep, Neo's back, guys, and she is working with Cinder, Emerald, and Mercury at the Vital tournament. And it seems like I loved Emerald's reaction because we never got to see her reaction to Team RWBY, like after they walked away from each other, outside from a few like rolling of the eyes and faces by Emerald. But Emerald is just like, how can they be so happy? I mean, that was kind of funny, but Cinder is no less intimidating. Just like, I think it's just the fact that she knows what's coming and we don't. I think that's just what makes her a very interesting character to look at. But wow, what a way to kick off though the first episode. But I don't like you, Rooster Teeth, for what you pulled with a cliffhanger at the end. We didn't get to see Team Juniper fight. I hope we get to see that for the next episode. I hope you don't cut that fight, because I think everyone from RWBY wants to see Team Juniper work as a team and fight in the Vital tournament. I think we need to see one. We need to see one fight. And this also, as I was coming home from work to watch this, I actually thought of something different. I actually think that since Team Juniper probably most likely will win this fight, I do have a feeling that if one person from Team Juniper is going to move on to the singles, it will be Pyrrha, and I think she's probably going to end up fighting Cinder. And the reason this goes back to Season 2, when they put her on the list, and it was very ominous what was going to happen. And if we remember Pyrrha's semblance, it was polarity with magnetism, and the one person that probably will not affect is Cinder. So that gets me nervous of what's going to happen, because as you guys have seen the opening and the theme song, it looks very bleak. This season's going to be very, very dark, and I have a bad feeling someone is going to die. So let me know what you guys think in the comments below about this episode. What do you guys think about how Rooster Teeth is continuing this series of RWBY after Monty's passing. Based on this first episode alone, what do you guys think? Please, after all, be respectful to each other. My name is Darth Cinema, and I will see you guys in my next video. Take care, and I'll see you with the next episode.